Hey, what's up YouTube? It's me, Whiskey Hotel. Back with week 12 of my Road to Glory. This week we're playing UCLA Bruins. I don't think they're very good, so that should be alright. Look at the upgrades here. I like this one. Gotta keep working on my speed and acceleration. That is crucial. And just for the hell of it, I'm also going to buy this one. Just make myself harder to tackle. And we'll get it going here. 8-2 right now, and I'm ranked number 3. It's looking somewhat promising, like, to get to the national championship, actually. If I win this game, if something happens in the top 2, I think I play Oregon, who's another ranked, really high team. If I beat them, I should jump into the national championship, which would be sweet. So I had to move my TV a little bit. Yeah, other than that, just checking in, you know. That's what I like to do over these videos. Just, I don't know. I guess you could say, I would say shoot from the hip, but I think that expression is stupid. Just whatever comes to mind. I'm having a pretty good week. Like, I've just been keeping busy doing fun shit. The main thing that I've been jonesing on for the last couple days is I'm doing like incredibly well in my pool league. Like, I don't know, I'd probably talk about pool too much on my channel considering there's no actual pool content on it, but I'm actually trying to figure out a way to change that. Actually, I'm trying to like come up with an exciting, oh god, that was almost huge, exciting way to like incorporate pool into making entertaining videos, but I just haven't figured it out yet. But my pool league, I'm doing really good. I haven't lost a game in almost a month. Like, oh, this is oh, if he'd have held that a little longer. Wow, these holes are huge. That's what he said. Anyway, like, I'm on a 10-game win streak, which is pretty good. It's actually tied for the longest one in my entire league. I'm ranked number 12 out of 150. Like, oop, little freeze action. Oh, played that perfect. You chump. Oh, this could be a huge game. And the games I had on Tuesday, we were playing a really cool team. They're from a bar called Stacy's, which I've honestly never been to because it's out of town. But they're kind of older dudes and one woman, and they're not interested in the competitive side of it, which is a nice change because a lot of people take it really seriously. And they have a reputation for just being fun to play, and they were. They were really nice and really friendly. And I guess if you play them at that bar, or at their bar, they actually get you like a couple free drinks and like some free appetizers. Like, so they do it well. Whereas the bar I play at, they don't even give the opposing team a free drink. But it's a shit bar. But that's kind of why I like it. So, see if I can catch a pass here. In my first game, the way it works is there's 5 people on a team, but you only play 3 games. And the people you play varies depending on where you rank on your own team. So if you're the highest ranked shooter, you play their top 3 highest ranked shooter. If you're the lowest ranked shooter, you play their lowest 3 shooters. Like, so ideally it makes fair games, but it doesn't always work out like that. As with every system, there's flaws and loopholes and whatever, but the first guy I played was like the captain. He was a super nice guy. Like, I think his name was Mike. Like, as soon as he walked in the bar, like, he's saying hi to everybody, like giving people hugs and stuff. Like, you know, not to be critical of him, but he did have kind of a little bit of a gay vibe going on, like a little bit of homoerotic suppression maybe, but really nice dude. In the game I played him, like, it was pretty standard. Like, it just, I think, yeah, I broke ran out 5 balls, touchdown, nice. And then he ran like 3, and then I ran 2, but then hooked myself really bad, like I didn't have a clean shot. And then he ran out his final ball, or no, he didn't. He made a couple more or something, but on one he missed, and the cue came all the way back across the table and lined up perfectly on the 8 in the corner pocket, and I'm never gonna miss that shot. And so I got a win. That was sweet. And then my second game was against a guy named Barry, and he was their top shooter, and he didn't have much of a personality. He didn't really talk, and he, like, I don't know, I guess you could say he's a little intimidating. And this game was my claim to ooh, damn, just dragging people. This game was like my claim to fame for the night, because he broke, or no, sorry, yeah, he did break. He broke but didn't make anything. I got to shoot first. I shot. I wasn't in a very good position, so I had to shoot a fucking stupid shot and left myself really bad. Missed. He was in a position where he should have run out on me. He should have won the game on one turn, but he fucked it up. And the situation he found himself in was he had one ball chilling like right outside the side pocket. Ooh, good D. And I had like all 7 balls on one side of the table, but they were all makeable except for 2 of them. So it wasn't really a clusterfuck. And he fucked up and oh, I almost, man, that was almost bad. He fucked up and like hit the cue ball behind my big cluster of balls, so he had to kick at it. And he's obviously not very good at that because he missed badly, giving me ball in hand. And this is where like the strategic, you know, genius, if I'm not being modest. Oh, damn, that was a catch. That was a catch and a half right there. Yeah, you better give me that touchdown. Hand it off to somebody else. I'll be pissed. Let's see if I can get this before I continue my story. Come on. Oh, easy. And, like, I feel like a novice shooter would just start picking off balls and worry about the 2 that were locked up later, and, like, just worry about that when they get to it. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, since I had ball in hand, I could put the ball anywhere. I wanted to take care of it right away while I had this giant cluster of balls on the table. And what I did is I just knocked one of the balls that was tied up to the other side of the table, but I hit it in a way that made sure that the cue was going to sit behind my giant cluster of balls so that he would have to kick at it again. And that's exactly what he had to do. He's not very good at kicks, so he missed again. He gave me another ball in hand. I had 6 balls on the table, and I ran them all out. And it was just like, it was perfect. Like, every shot was good, every leave was good, and the strategy to get myself there paid off perfectly, even though it was a little risky. But even if he had somehow kicked into his ball, I don't think he would have made anything. And I had so many balls on the table that I was sure I'd get something out of it. And so yeah, I played the shit out of that guy. I was feeling really good about that, because the thing about like playing competitive pool is like there comes a point where like everybody can make the shots. Like, oh, I just got injured, fuck. Like, everybody can make the shots, and it becomes more of a strategic game then, because you know that if you leave them something, they'll make it, and they know if they leave you something that you'll make it. And so the whole goal is to make your own, and if you can't make your own, try to fuck the other person. And that's exactly what I did perfectly. And by just playing that one safety rather than shooting all my balls, I ended up running out, which was awesome. And then my last game was against a kid named Matt. And Matt is Mike's son, the team captain. And he's not a very, I guess I'll say he's not a very threatening looking guy. Like, he kind of looks like a little wimpy, I guess. Like, super nice guy. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just trying to paint a picture for you. And he was not very good at all. Like, he broke, and I don't think he made anything. And then I think I went on, let's see, how did this go? I think I went on a 4-ball run, and then I got myself in a situation where I was, or no, yeah, that's what happened. I went on like a 3-ball run, and then he got the ball back and shot and missed, like, in my opinion, a really easy shot. But in missing, planted the cue like behind all of his balls. And, you know, that's just the shitty thing about pool, is like sometimes the worst player can get lucky like that and end up winning a game because of it. And like literally the only shot I had was a 3-rail kick, like bounced the cue off 3 rails back towards the pocket I was near and hit one of my balls that was, you know, in all honesty, like waiting to get knocked in. Like, if I hit the ball at all, it was going to go in the pocket. So all I had to do was make contact, and I shot this 3-rail kick, and it went in. And I never practiced those. Like, I was making it up as I go, and it went in, and it was awesome. And like, even the dude I was playing was like 6 shot, and like, that's another cool thing about pool, is like when somebody hits a shot like that, you give it up to him. If you don't, you're just a dick. And I would do the same to him if he had made that shot. And like, his whole team congratulated me. My team was going nuts. But the problem is I made this 6 shot, but I didn't get a good leave, and I ended up missing my next shot and giving him, how did it go? Ball in hand, I think. And he, off a ball in hand, he made 2 balls, which is pretty bad. Like, you should plan out a little better than that. And then he gave it back to me. Oh, damn, son. And I made my last, oh, that is what happened. I made my last 2 balls. Like, and I left myself a really good shot on the 8, but it was kind of a cut into the side pocket, and those aren't really my favorite shots to take. And I ended up missing it a little bit and left him with 5 balls on the table and me on the 8. But the 8 was in a really bad spot, like not a spot that you can make really from anywhere on the table except for one spot. Like, it's the area just next to the side pocket on the rail. Like, there's no good pocket to shoot that at. And I'm gonna run this. And he actually ran all 5 of his balls. Like, he went on a really good run, and then you're shooting at the 8, and I knew he was gonna miss it because it just wasn't a quality shot. And he missed it and parked the 8 pretty much right in the pocket for me. And I made it like I should. Got a perfect score for the night, and the win streak continues. If I get 2 more wins, I have the longest win streak of anybody in the whole league, and then I get a cash prize at the end of the season, so I'm really gunning for that. That was a quality win against a bad opponent, but I'll take it. I'll take those stats. But the weird thing was afterwards that Mike guy, or not Mike, Matt, came up to me and he's like, "Oh, dude, great game." And I was like, "Yeah, good game," because it was a good game. And he almost beat me. Like, if he had planned it out a little better, he would have beat me. Because I missed, and honestly, that's what should happen. But he was like, "I totally underestimated you." In my head, I was just like, why? Like, just because I'm young? Like, that's kind of stupid. Like, if you look at the stats, I'm like the number 12th ranked shooter in the whole league. If you look at my per game average, it's like an 8.5, which is really high. And I'm on a 9-game win streak. Like, that didn't make sense to me. But I talked to him for a while, and he's a nice guy, and probably meet up and play some pool with him in the future. But anyway, that was me beating up on the Bruins. Who do I got next week? Ooh, Notre Dame. That's a big game. Well, I'll see you next week when I play Notre Dame. Thank you for watching my video. Maybe I'll see you next time. Later, dudes.